In the last episode, we have visited the Abbaye of Zom. And not far away, we can find Abbaye of Dam. Before we set off, please subscribe to our channel and help us to make more informative and interesting videos. Thank you. The Abbaye of Dam was founded as a Benedictine monastery of nuns in the late 11th century by William the Conqueror and his wife Mathilde of Flanders as the Women'sAbbey. It is said they married in a union opposed by the church. As penitents, the pair founded 2 abbeys. The works begin in 1062, starting from the rear and finish in 1130. The splendid La Trinity Abbey church was a masterpiece of Norman Romanesque art. The nave takes the shape of an unturned ship. The church is compared to a boat. This is where the worshippers gather. The baptismal fonts are designed to contain water, the symbol of life, for baptism, the first sacrament which makes the coming into the church. They are often placed symbolically at the entrance to the church and, if possible, to the north, to represent the passing from the shadows into the light, from death to life, in memory of the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The altar is a table, a symbolic reminder of that on which Jesus took his last meal with his disciples. It is the sacrificial table signifying the death and resurrection of Christ. From here, the priest presides over Mass. Mathilde, who died in 1083, was buried in the coil under the slab of the black marble. Of particular interest is the 11th century slab, a sleek black stone decorated with her epitaph. She loved piety, she comforted the poor, making her grave at the rear of the church. In contrast, the grave marker for William's tomb was replaced as recently as the beginning of the 19th century. Mathilde of Flanders was Queen of England and Duchess of Normandy by marriage to William the Conqueror. She was crowned on 11 May 1068 in Westminster during the Feast of Pentecost, in a ceremony presided over the Archbishop of York, and sometimes regent of these realms during his absence. Despite her royal duties, Mathilde was deeply invested in her children's well-being. All were known for being remarkably educated. She was the mother of 10 children who survived to adulthood, including 2 kings, William II and Henry I. Her mother, Adele of France, was also buried here. She was an exceptionally religious woman, later referred to as Adele the Holy. The magnificently restored Abbaye of Dam complex now contains the offices of the newly formed Norman region. There is also the 11th century crypt, the 18th century convent, and the French-style garden. Now, let's enjoy this beautiful architecture together. In the next episode, we will talk about the Caen Memorial Museum. If you think this video is informative, please subscribe to our channel. Thanks and see you next time.